one was yours. Here, yours is this one here. Yes, you are. Oh my goodness.
Now let me.
There are stories in life that unfold quietly, shaped in the soft routine of everyday moments. Stories that begin not on stages or in headlines, but in the laughter shared around a dining table, in warm morning hugs, in whispered prayers before sleep. And in one such story, there are two children who once lived in a world held together by the steady presence of their mother, the woman they simply called Mom. To Kenya, she was Betty Bayo, a beloved gospel minister with a voice that carried healing and hope. But to her children, she was home.
So guys, Kae, Dani,
Yeah.
kujeni hapa.
Watu wako hapa wanakuona. This is my channel. I don't know why my mom is here. Guys, why is my mom here? Why is my mom here?
Nimekuja kujienjoy na Majenzi Alpha.
Their lives with her were filled with warmth, humor, lessons, and a kind of love that did not need grand gestures to be felt. Betty loved in small ways, ways that mattered. The long talks, the quiet reassurances, the gentle touch on the shoulder, reminding them that they were never alone. Yet life, unpredictable and unkind at times, has a way of changing without warning. Today, Monday, 10th of November 2025, the family has confirmed that Betty passed away while receiving treatment at Kenyatta National Hospital. She had been battling blood cancer leukemia, a condition that was diagnosed at an advanced stage.
Betty was unwell since last week, and she was diagnosed with acute mild cancer, that is leukemia.
The fight was brave, the hope unwavering, and the prayers unending. But in the end, her body grew tired. Kenya mourns a gospel artist, but two children mourn their mother. To understand the depth of that loss, we look back at who she was, not just to the world, but to them. Betty was born Beatrice Mbugua in Kiambu County. Her childhood was shaped by responsibility and resilience. She worked in homes at a young age, learning discipline, humility, and endurance long before she learned harmony and chorus. It was in these experiences that her empathy was forged, empathy that would later shape her music and, more importantly, her mothering. When she began her gospel journey, the world had more than melodies. It had testimony. Her voice carried the weight of someone who had known pain and yet still chose hope. And even as her personal life later unfolded publicly, the marriage to Pastor Victor Kanyari, the scrutiny, the separation, she remained anchored by one truth: her children were her priority. Perhaps the strongest bond in her life was the one she shared with her firstborn daughter, Sky Victor. Their relationship was more than mother and child. It was two hearts learning from each other, supporting each other, walking through life hand in hand. Betty raised her children in honesty. Nothing was hidden. Nothing was too heavy to talk about. She wanted them to understand life in its reality, not as a performance. Sky, growing up in a co-parenting home, spoke often about the experience with a maturity shaped by Betty's guidance. She acknowledged the challenges, yes, but she also recognized the grace, the effort, and the love from everyone involved. As life moved forward, another figure became part of that love, Hiram. To the world, he was Betty's partner, but to the children, he was a supporting presence, a man who did not force his way in, but simply showed up consistently, gently, and respectfully. There was no replacing, no competing, just expanding the circle of love. Betty nurtured that harmony with intentionality. She taught her children that family is not limited by blood. Family is built by those who stand with you, guide you, and protect your joy. When Sky flew to the United Kingdom for international youth programs and studies, Betty celebrated her not as a public figure cheering for applause, but as a proud mother watching her daughter step beyond the boundaries she herself once struggled to cross. She had always wanted her children to experience a world bigger than the one she grew up in, a world with opportunity, freedom, and confidence. Even as Betty grew ill, she protected her children from fear. She smiled, she encouraged, she prayed with them. She never wanted their memory of her to be defined by the hospital wards or the quiet worry in her eyes. She wanted them to remember her strength, her joy, her unwavering faith. And now, they carry her love with them, not as a memory fading with time, but as a presence that walks beside them in every step they take. Her legacy is not only in her songs, it is in her children, their kindness, their compassion, their ability to love loudly and heal gently. Kenya grieves today. The gospel world pauses. A voice that comforted many has gone silent. But love, real love for that matter, the kind that Betty Bayo gave, does not end. It continues in the hearts she shaped. It continues in the lessons she taught. It continues in the children she raised with immeasurable tenderness. Rest in peace, Betty Bayo. Your voice may be quiet now, but your love remains steady, warm, and everlasting. We loved you, but God loved you more. My condolences to the family, to our children especially, and to every Kenyan who loved Betty Bayo. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this documentary. If you have loved the narration, please subscribe to my channel. We are road to 500,000 subscribers. My name is the commentator, mjukuu wake Papa Francis. Munanitafuta, hamunipati. Bye bye for now.